Show. I will invite now Ms. Vivienne Solis Rivera from CoopeSoliDar and the Women's Major Group, and she will be followed by Mr. Tudela. Just Mr. Tudela, be ready. So, Vivienne, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for opening a space to hear our voices. We feel the draft declaration should be strengthened in relation to the following issues. Recognize the contribution of fisher folks and their organizations, especially the small-scale artisanal fisher sector, as right holders and custodians of their marine territories of life. As primary supporters of the planet's marine conservation goals and the need for their participation in dialogues between conservation and production, recognizing the importance of the sustainable use of marine resources for food security. To clearly state the situation of artisanal small-scale fishing communities around the world, and especially fisherwomen working along the diverse fishing value chains, and the need to generate public policies and interinstitutional actions that allow the full enjoyment of their rights, especially land tenure, access to the sea, access to health, access to education, decent work, governance, and fair market. To consider, within the framework of a transformative science, such as the one called by the Decade of the Oceans, the promotion and incorporation of traditional knowledge into initiatives that generate information for fisheries management and conservation as a fundamental input for decision-making and action. To mention the urgent need to ensure that all marine conservation efforts are implemented under a human rights-based approach and recognizing the different types of governance, especially those led by local and indigenous communities and shared governance. All new marine protected areas established by governments need to respect IPLC-free previous and informed consent. State the need for the implementation of the voluntary guidelines for small-scale fishing in the context of food security and poverty eradication as an instrument that builds solid bridges for the conservation of marine diversity and sustainable use of resources under a human rights-based approach, and especially during this 2022, which is the International Year of Small-Scale Fisheries and Aquaculture, that should provide hope for the fishing youth that should carry on this wonderful way of life near our coast, islands, and oceans. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Vivienne, for the statement. I'll be